it's all downhill after driving my Alta Vista sedan. If I can't drive an Alta Vista sedan, life has no meaning. Now that I have an Alta Vista sedan, I can die happy.
What are you doing?
You put this together?
Yeah, I recorded Gina's ad copy to see how it sounded, to see if I could figure out what she was using it for.
I have a few ideas.
So do I.
Do you think that Gina had somebody record this stuff about the car and then later on edited it so that all that was left was...
Well, wait a second. No, we don't know that.
Well, Cruz, Gina knew what Cece said before he had the stroke when he said that he didn't want to go on living if he was ever incapacitated. Maybe...
We don't have all the pieces yet, Santana, and I don't want to jump to conclusions until I have a chance to talk to Mr. C. Maybe he remembers what happened that night. Maybe he doesn't. But in any case, we'll work on this once I figure that out, okay? I'll see you later.
Well, where are you going?
Like I told you, I'm gonna go check out Cece.
Oh, why are you going so early? Let me make you some breakfast, huh?
I can't, but thank you.
Don't thank me. Sounds so formal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll call you later, okay?
When?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go by my own place and do some things before I go to the Capwells, and I don't know how long it'll take once I get there. It was a big day for Mr. C yesterday. Maybe he might take a while before he's ready to see people.
Can I come with you?
No, this is police business. Unless you have a badge, you're gonna have to sit this one out. I'll see you, okay?
Bye.
Yeah.
I expect that Mrs. Cranston stayed at the hotel last night. Well, are you sure? It isn't as if she would have to register or something like that. There is a suite that the Capwell family is free to use anytime. Well, then check with housekeeping. No, I'll hold. Yes? I see. Well, thanks anyway.
What's the matter? Still can't find the little woman? Now, why doesn't she call? Doesn't she realize how you worry?
I'm not worried. I understand why she left.
Well, so do I. Mason was making an idiot out of her, and she couldn't handle it.
Well, she's not about to be put in trial in front of her family after she'd given her heart and soul to that business for months.
It takes more than heart and soul to run a company.
Well, since you have neither a heart nor a soul, I don't think you're qualified to pass judgment, Gina.
Don't come down on me, Kirk, just because you can't find where your wife is hiding.
She's probably going to show up any moment now.
Well, she better. CC's getting aggravated. He's been asking Mary for her all day.
You haven't been in to see him yet, have you?
No, not yet.
Oh. Well, you're probably next on the list, though, don't you think?
Maybe. Maybe he's not going to see anyone today.
You wish. If only there were some way we could find out how much he knows about that night. I mean, did he see you? Did he see Eden? Did he see me? Did he see anything? What has he told you?
Not much. He hints, but it's so vague I can't tell what he means.
Well, wouldn't he have said something pretty definite by now if he knew you were the one that turned off the life support system?
You would think so. But he seems to have a special timetable for telling people what he knows. I just keep hoping that... Well, that happened a long time ago, before he showed any signs of coming out of the coma. So I'm just hoping that he wasn't conscious of anything that happened that night.
He could have sensed something, Gina. You know that. That's why you couldn't sleep last night. Neither could I.
Maybe so. But if he sensed I was in the room, then he'd have to know that Eden was there, too. And I think it would be asking a lot for him to have sensed which one of us pulled the plug.
Maybe. You better hope so, anyway.
Because if he knows Eden didn't pull the plug, then he knows you've been letting her believe that she did. And it would take a long time for either one of them to forgive you for that.
Good morning, Rosa.
Mr. Capwell. Oh, Cece. You don't know what it means to hear your voice again.
You have taken very good care of my plants. That's the first thing that caught my eye.
I wanted everything in this room to be as beautiful as you remembered. I promised myself that our dear Lord was good enough to bring you back to us. You'd find things as you left them.
Thank you, Rosa.
I never lost faith. It was terrible for your children, though. They wanted so much to believe Cece, but the doctors gave them so little hope.
You know there's more to it than just doctors, don't you?
We must thank our Lord for bringing joy to this family.
Well, I am not quite sure that everyone thinks my recovery is a blessing.
No. How can you say that? Ted and Kelly, I saw their little faces. Such happiness. And when Eden comes home, Dios mío, I can't wait to see her face.
There are some who are not very happy, I promise you. And when I get through with them, they will be even less so.
Nick?
What are you doing here?
Well, I knocked and there was no answer, so I just decided to come in.
I can pick up after myself, thank you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't pretend that you care about how I live.
I do.
Oh, yes, right, you do care. Yes, you care about all the men in your life. Me, Dylan, bring them on. There's always room for one
Nick,
more.
Don't do this.
I told you that I didn't want to see you anymore, and I meant it.
Look, you were angry, I know that, but I thought if I gave you some time
Yeah, a
to
little
think...
bit too much time. The more I think about it, you know, the worse I feel.
Nicky, I didn't mean to hurt you.
You and Dylan have a lot to learn about what hurts people and what doesn't, Kelly. Lying hurts people.
I never lied about loving you.
And I think that you and I have completely different definitions for love.
Oh, Nick, please. If it's going to be over between us, that's one thing, but don't throw everything else away.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You met me a year ago, so maybe it won't be as hard to forget that we ever happened. But don't do that with a brother.
Oh, no. Don't start bringing Dylan into this. I can't stand
Nick, he's your family.
Well, what's so damn sacred about that? I mean, it certainly wasn't sacred to Dylan, now was it? I mean, why don't we just go ask him and see how easy it was for him to turn the other way, huh?
Oh, Nick, you're so wrong. He needs you. He has spent all of his life looking up to you and wanting you to be proud of him.
Stop. Come on, please. If you don't want me to be sick, just stop it. He's been up half of his life and never even bothered to send me a postcard, right? The biggest mistake I ever made was not kicking him out of here when he first arrived.
Nick, just listen to me.
No, I won't. Kelly. I spent more years than I care to admit making excuses for my brother. I'm so sorry, Dylan. He's so impulsive. He just got carried away. He didn't really mean to hurt anybody. Well, he's finally hurt somebody, Kelly, and I can't ignore it anymore.
You're making a big mistake. I can't let this happen, Nick.
It's over, Kelly. With Dylan and with you. I have nothing more to say.
You believe what I told you a minute ago?
What?
When I said I never lied about loving you.
I don't say that you never loved me.
I still do.
Maybe, but I can't share you. Not with my brother, not with anyone. You know the way out.
things and think only of what lies ahead. Your family needs you, Cece. Your guidance, your judgment. There were so many things while you were ill.
What, Rosa?
There was confusion in this house. Your children didn't know where to turn, so they went in every direction. Sometimes very difficult to understand.
Sit down and tell me about Eden.
Bueno. She suffered the most. Many mornings I'd find her here with you, sitting in the chair where she'd been the whole night. She had to be close to you. Sometimes it seemed as if she was waiting for you to give her a sign, to tell her what to do. And when you couldn't, she did things that the Eden I've always known would never do.
Like what?
I don't know if I should say
Rosa,
anything.
please, I need to know. And I trust you.
I don't understand this marriage with Kirk Cranston.
Do you dislike him?
I don't really know the man. But Cruz and Eden, they're the ones that should be together. She still loves him, and yet she sent him away. Why?
On the surface, it seems like she might have something more in common with Kirk.
That has nothing to do with love.
Why, don't you think he'll make her a good husband?
There's something missing between them.
Maybe, Rosa. But sometimes marriages end up to be much richer than when they began.
That's true.
Rosa, find Eden for me. Please, I can't wait to see her.
Cruz! I've been following you for about the last half a mile. Didn't you see me?
Why, was I speeding?
I need your help. Eden's still missing.
She never came home?
No, Mason must have upset her more than I thought.
Did you try the Capitol Hotel?
Yeah, I called the Capitol Hotel first. They haven't seen her. Starting to get a little worried.
I don't blame you.
I mean, it's like a bad dream or something. Her running off like that just when her father is finally regaining consciousness. This is the answer to her prayer. She's not even there to witness it.
I'll call the precinct and see what I can do.
I just can't believe that she wouldn't have called at least. That's not like her, Cruz. You know that.
I don't know what Eden's like anymore, Kirk. But I'll get some people on it, and we'll find her.
Yeah, and her father keeps asking for her. I don't know what to tell him.
Tell him the truth. Tell him what Mason tried to do to her. He'll understand.
Well, I better get back to the house. I want to be there in case she calls.
I'll let you know as soon as I turn anything up.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Still so strange.
What?
Seeing you standing. You look wonderful.
What do you want, Gina?
Oh, may I come in?
I don't remember extending you an invitation.
I saw Rosa. She said you were awake, and I know you're not with anybody.
Gina, I told you that when I wanted you, I'd call for you.
But if you're not busy,
I don't want to see you now. Your case requires processing.
Well, Your Honor, don't you think I have been a model prisoner? I mean, I've been so good the past few days, doing everything you've wanted and not telling everyone you were getting better, and that was difficult, believe me.
Gina, you don't expect to get time off for good behavior now, do you?
You're not forgetting about Brandon, are you? I mean, if you do anything terrible to me, it's gonna hurt him, too.
Brandon will be fine.
No, he'll be fine if I'm fine. He needs me.
Later, Gina. When your number comes up.
La, la, casa, hija.
How is Cece this morning? Tell me.
Wonderful. I can hardly believe it.
Oh.
It's a milagro. Wait till you see him.
Oh, I'd like to. Do you think it would be all right?
Bueno, I'm not sure. Just now is the time. He still hasn't seen all of the family.
Is Cruz here?
Cruz? No.
Oh, he must still be at his house. He said he was coming here. Mama, he needs to talk to Cece this morning and ask him some questions. Do you think it would be a problem?
I don't know, darling. Cece's very particular about who he sees and when.
All I want is a few minutes. I'm so worried about what's going to happen to Brandon.
Because of Gina, you mean?
Well, Mama, remember when before Cece had his stroke, he said to Gina that he wanted her out? Well, I'm afraid that when he finds out that Brandon really isn't blood related and Sophia is...
Tranquila, tranquila. I'm sure Cece isn't going to just put the boy out on the street.
No, but now Brandon is a painful reminder of something that Cece doesn't want to remember. So if he sends him off with Gina, God knows what's going to happen to him. Mama, I want to try to convince Cece to let me have custody of Brandon. Maybe I should really go talk to him right now.
Bendición,
Okay?
hija, bendición.
Suerte.
Talk to who? Cece?
Yes.
Well, you can forget it, because he's not talking to anybody unless he has personally summons them to the throne room.
Gina, we'll see about that.
I mean it. You're not going up there.
Gina, will you just get out of my way?
It's pointless. He's not even talking to me, Santana. His own wife. He's not going to agree to a meeting with you.
What is going on? Santana.
Yes. I'm sorry to disturb you. I just came to say that I was so happy that you were well and that we're all so thankful.
And I am thankful to have friends like you. Come up and talk to me, please.
Yes.
I'm sorry I was waiting for you to come home. I fell asleep.
Tu familia está muy preocupada. Te han estado buscando.
Sí, ya lo sé, pero necesitaba salir de allí y tenía que marcharme.
La razón por la que te han estado buscando es porque...
¿Quién te ha dicho algo, Mason? Que nos ha hecho creer que se preocupaba por mí cuando lo único que quería era apartarme de mi familia.
No, yo no he hablado con Mason.
Perdona. No debería haber venido, pero es que no tenía... No sabía dónde ir. He fallado. Le he fallado a mi familia. Y Mason me lo ha echado en cara.
Eden, nada de esto importa ya.
Sabía que dirías eso. Me ayudas a ser objetiva. Y siempre me has hecho ver lo que era importante. Ojalá volviera a ser igual. Pero ya no puede serlo, ¿verdad? Tengo que marcharme.
Espera. Tengo muy buenas noticias. Tu padre ha salido del estado de coma y quiere verte.
Que ha salido del coma. Y puede hablar.
Se levantó de la cama y fue a su despacho. Ocurrió anoche, después de que te marcharas.
Dios mío.
Es verdad.
I don't believe it. I've been so afraid to hope. And I'm so glad that you were the one to tell me.
Me too. I think you better get home. Come on, I'll take you.
Cruz?
Yeah.
I've been waiting here all night. Where have you been?
Let's just go, okay?
Wow, this is some hacienda you got here. Wait a minute, what is it? Is that a fountain inside the house?
They threw it in with the indoor plumbing, I guess.
Will you ask your guest to plunk a coin down in there?
Only silver dollars, Pearl.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm fresh out. What is up there? What is it, the King Tut
Would you
exhibit?
come on? I'll give you a grand tour later. We came here for a reason.
Oh, yes, the reason.
All right. Did you remember what you have to say?
Yeah, I got it all up here in the safe deposit, word for word.
It's ringing. It's ringing.
Now, you sure he's gonna be there?
He was a few minutes ago.
I don't hear anything.
Will you wait?
I'm waiting. He's over there.
Hello?
Hey, Nicky, my man. How goes it?
Pearl?
Yeah, the one and only. How's life in the darkroom?
What?
I'm just saying, how is business? Your basic conversation opener like, gee, it is nice weather we're having today, isn't it, Nicky?
Listen, Pearl, I don't have time to talk about weather or business, so I'll see you later, all right?
No.
Wait a minute. I'm very sorry. I must have caught you in the middle of something. My deepest apologies. Okay, you are wanted down at the oil rig. Now, I know it's short notice, okay, but you gotta be there.
Not today, Pearl.
No, that's the whole point. It's gotta be today. You see, the state inspector is coming by today, and if we miss him, it could be, what, another month before he comes back around.
Well, get Dylan to take care of it.
No, he's filing papers with the county or something about the building permit garbage and all that stuff. So, you know, I couldn't get a hold of him, and that's why I'm calling you.
Pearl, why don't you handle it, pal?
I am not a business partner. Remember, my signature, it don't count for seaweed. It's gotta be either you or your brother.
All right. I'll take care of it. When?
Well, say, 10 o'clock at my boat. How's that sound?
All right, I'll meet you there.
Got it.
Later. It's done.
Oh, thank you. Now, where's Dylan? He's not here.
What do you mean, where's Dylan? Didn't you talk to him? Where did he say he was
He
going to be?
said he would meet us here.
Well, then he will meet us here, and I will go into my usual shtick, okay? But I got to tell you something. I don't think I should be doing this.
Why not?
Why not? If these two guys have a heavy beef going down between them, maybe I shouldn't be the one to set the time and place in which they settle it.
Then they will never settle it.
Would you mind explaining to me what it is?
It is very complicated, Pearl. Forget it. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine too many things that would come between two nice brothers
Yeah,
like
what
that.
it is
except-
doesn't matter. Okay? The important thing is getting these two back together. And if we have to throw them in a dungeon, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of this, okay?
Hi.
Hey, Lou, what's up?
Well, I got a call from the State Inspection Bureau. They want to take a look at the oil rig.
Today?
Yeah, that's what the man said.
Look, I got a letter from them, said it wouldn't happen for 2 weeks.
Well, you know how these government agencies are. I mean, one hand doesn't know how much red tape the other one is holding. So, I guess they got the signals crossed, right, Kelly?
No, I guess so.
So, anyway, I got in touch with Kelly because I figured she'd know where Nick was. When I couldn't get a hold of him, it was logical I called you.
All right, fine, yeah, I'll go out there.
Good, thank you.
Well, look, anything I can do to get this going, you know, the better. What time?
Well, 10 o'clock. How's that sound?
That's fine. Can you take me out there?
I'd like to, but I don't think that's possible. But my friend Carl, he's down at the dock. He owns a boat next to mine. He'll take you. He's waiting for your call right now. Okay?
And the inspector's going to be out there at 10.
Well, among others. Well, I mean, you know how these inspectors are. They flock together like pigeons, right? So, I'll see you later, okay? Take it easy.
Thanks, Pearl.
Right, anytime.
I guess I should say thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd miss the inspection.
Well, that wasn't the only reason I called.
No?
There are some things that I think we need to talk about. But is it okay if we go for a walk outside?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's okay. I'll have you back in plenty of time, but this can't wait.
Brandon was living with you. How did that happen?
Well, there was trouble with Gina. Mason found some pills, and we definitely thought that she was addicted, so Mason found a way for me to have temporary custody of Brandon.
But you don't have Brandon now.
No, I really didn't have him for very long because Gina stole him away. Yes, that's right. She just stole him right out of my house and right out of Santa Barbara. And Cruz and I had to go looking for them. It was just a nightmare. And then when we finally found Gina, she wouldn't tell us where Brandon was. Not until I promised that she could have him back.
She kidnapped him?
Yes, I went through hell. But I learned something that was very important, and that was that I need to have Brandon back. I need to have my son back. I found out that something that I thought was totally out of my reach
was not just possible, but it was necessary. It's something that has to be. Not just for myself, but for Brandon also. Cece, please understand. Brandon was very happy when he was with me. I swear he was.
I believe you. I do.
There's something else. I don't know if I dare say.
Please, Santana, go on.
Well, I don't know what your plans are for Gina, but please don't send Brandon away with her. I know that maybe your feelings have changed for him with all this stuff coming up about Channing and Brick Wallace and all that.
It's taken me so much time for me to adjust that Brandon is not my grandson, and now I find out that he's not Sophia's either.
I hope the way you've cared about him hasn't changed at all. Brandon loves you. Mama said that when she told him that you were well, he was ecstatic. I hope you do right by him.
There's so much I have to think about, Santana.
Please, don't let him be tied to Gina. She's not a good mother. She's never proven herself to be.
I'll argue with you about that. And I promise you, whatever I do will have Brandon's best interests at heart. I make you that promise now.
Are you still here?
Don't sneak up on people.
I live here. I'm on my way to my room. Haven't you been in to see him yet?
No. He says he's not ready for me yet.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. He's a sadistic, crazy old man.
You better keep your voice down. He could hear that.
So what?
So what? Your life is in his hands. I suggest you muzzle that mouth of yours.
Santana's in there with him. He made time to see her. He'll see the daughter of the hired help, but he won't see his own wife.
Gina, you better learn a little patience. It isn't as though you have any choice.
How is he?
He seems very well. He ate a good breakfast.
Is he alone?
No, my daughter's talking with him.
Well, shall we go up?
Yes, right this way.
We know our way to the room, thanks. Now, I'd like to ask that we not be disturbed for a while. There's some examinations that need to be completed.
Of course, I'll make sure there are no interruptions.
Thank you.
Eden, thank goodness, where were you?
Rosa, let's talk later. I want to go see Daddy now.
Eden, you'll have to wait a little while. There's two doctors that are going to... I guess there's no stopping her now. This is the answer to all her prayers, Cruz.
Really is a miracle, isn't it?
Well, I think he's looking much better.
Doctor, I'm Mr. Capwell's daughter. I just found out about his recovery. I haven't seen him yet.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to wait. He's with a specialist, and the examination's already begun.
Well, you don't understand. He's been asking for me. My God, after everything we've been through, you can't make me wait out here.
But please, Miss Capwell, try to understand. Your father is in a relatively calm state of mind right now. If you go in there, it's a stressful situation for him, and we'd like to try to avoid that prior to the examination, if at all possible. Won't be long.
How long?
We'll be done as soon as we can. We'll let you know.
All right.
Believe me, I understand your eagerness. I'm sorry about our timing. We had no way of knowing.
Oh, that's okay. Just hurry.
Sure.
Eden, you're going to be so happy when you see him. He's remarkable. Hello, Cruz.
Santana?
I came to see my mama, and Cece asked me to come up and talk to him. I thought you'd be here before now. What did Cece want to say to you anyhow? I don't see how that's any of your business. Well, it is if you said anything about me or about Brandon. Will you please excuse me? Now, don't walk away from me when I'm trying to talk to you. What did you say? I know you told him something about Brandon. Leave me alone, Gina. I don't have to tell you anything. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not going to work like that. CC may do terrible things, but he's not going to take Brandon.
The doctors are in. Do you want them to hear all this? Can't you just control yourself?
I guess whatever you had to do at home took longer than you expected.
Santana, he gave me a ride. He told me about Daddy. I didn't know. Thank you again.
I'm glad I could be of help.
Maybe I should be going.
I thought I heard your voice.
Hi. I'm sorry about everything. I was upset.
Not half as upset as I was when you didn't come home.
I know I should have called.
Anyway, you're here now. Hey, you've heard about your father, of course.
Yes, Cruz told me.
Well, you said you'd find her. That's fast work, Cruz, even for you.
Let's go, Santana. Tell your father I'll be back later to talk to him.
All I care about now is fixing the damage between Nick and you.
Look, I don't think that's possible, Kelly.
Dylan, anything is possible if you want it.
Yes, but in this case, both of us have to want it, and I don't see Nick doing that anytime soon.
That's why you have to try harder. You have to try for both of you.
Kelly, you don't understand how things work. Now, for years, I have done nothing but take from Nick. I took, and I didn't give anything in return. And now with you, as far as Nick is concerned, I have taken one thing too many. The fact is I blew it. I have to live with that. I don't think Nick and I will ever be close again.
Yes, you will.
So finally, after all this time, I've come face to face with C.C. Capwell. And he's just as forceful as everyone said he was.
You've spoken with him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He asked me why we got married.
What did you say?
I told him we were in love, Eden. What else? He also wanted to know where you were. I had to say that I didn't know. He obviously thought it was pretty strange that your loving husband didn't have the foggiest idea.
I feel terrible about that.
Where were you?
I checked into the hotel.
Capwell Hotel?
You know, I might have been angry and hurt, but I certainly didn't bring my business to the competition.
Eden, I called the hotel last night and this morning, and they said you hadn't been there.
Well, who did you talk to?
Whoever was at the front desk. They checked with housekeeping. Nobody in the family suite.
I didn't stay in the suite.
You didn't stay in the suite.
Kirk, what is this? I mean, it's as if you're...
As if what?
You know, I just wanted to be alone. Is that okay?
So you didn't stay in the family suite?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't want the royal treatment, so I stayed in a normal room, and I registered under another name.
What name?
I don't know. Carol something, I think it was. Why? Why? Does it matter?
You're a lousy liar, Eden.
You always thought I was a good liar. With everything that happened with Daddy, I felt like maybe I'd forgotten how to tell the truth. You were behind me all the way.
Eden, I was trying to keep you safe then. Is this the way that you pay me back?
All right. You want to call the hotel, call the hotel. It was, Carol Mancino, I think is the name. Go ahead, call.
No, I don't want to call.
You know, I wish that meant that you believe me, but I don't think it does it?
You probably want some time to yourself before you go in and see your father. Let me know how it turns out.
Is he late? Relax. What is he, 1 minute late? Would you give this guy a break?
I don't plan to waste my whole morning out here. Inspection, no inspection. You know, these guys, they expect you to move heaven and earth to rearrange your schedule. Then they take their sweet time.
Nick, you just do me a favor, okay? And don't go overboard when he arrives.
Well, what is this? Fancy meeting you here.
Wait a second. I thought you had the early shift at Buzz's.
What? You said that Dylan was filing papers with the county.
Why, is that what I said?
What is this? This better not be your idea.
I'm out here to meet a state inspector. He said you couldn't make it.
Don't blame Pearl. I did. get through this day if I didn't somehow say that I love you, Cruz. In my heart, I still belong to you. Nothing can change that. I wish I could really send this to you, but I know I can't. You don't need to know how I feel. You need to be free to live your life. But I'll never stop loving you. Is the examination over?
Well, not exactly.
Well, how much longer?
Well, somehow your father's gotten wind of the fact that you're here, and he refuses to cooperate with any more examinations until he's seen you.
Does that mean I can go in?
I'm afraid your father insists.
Go ahead. He's waiting.
It's true. It's really true.
Oh, my precious girl.
Kelly, you had no right.
Oh, come on, now, would you guys please just lighten up a little bit? The lady, she is doing this for you. Do you understand that?
This is not a schoolyard. You think you can make us shake hands and go back and play the game? This game is over.
All right, there are blankets and food here for you. We will pick you up tomorrow.
Wait a second. We have to stay out here?
You're going to have to talk to each other one time or another, Dylan. And this is all I can think of.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I am not staying here.
I'm afraid you don't have any choice, amigo. My friend already left with the other boat. And the only passenger I'm taking back on mine is Kelly. Come on now.
Yeah, but Kelly, you can't do this.
I'll tell you what I can't do. I can't let you two stop being brothers because of me. Now, for the next 24 hours, let that sink in.
This is crazy. It's not going to work.
Hey, well, wait a minute. Maybe you didn't hear me, okay? You don't have any choice. Now, the lady makes the rules. I enforce those rules. Don't push me. Come on.
I guess the doctors are going to be a little while longer. Would you like me to give you a ride home?
No, that's all right. You just wait here.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You've hardly looked at me since we came downstairs.
I'm just being silly. I really shouldn't let it affect me.
What?
Seeing you and Eden together. She looks at you like nothing has ever changed.
Santana, she's feeling really happy. And I gave her the good news about her father.
She was at your house this morning, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. Mason...
Never mind. I just don't think it's fair, that's all. She comes running to you whenever she wants to. I just wish she'd forget about you.
You're making too much of this.
I hope I am. I really hope I am.
I'm not taking no for an answer. Now, what did CC say to you?
Can't get over this. I can't tell you how many times I dreamed of this. People keep talking about miracles and acts of God. But you made yourself well, Daddy. You did it. You made yourself well again.
All I know is I have another chance. And it doesn't really matter how it happened.
No, it doesn't. I'm just so glad you're back. I missed you so much.
to, baby. To lie here and feel your hurt and suffering.
Y no ser capaz de hacer nada para ayudarte ha sido insoportable.
¿Sabías cuándo estaba contigo?
Casi siempre. Tu presencia era tan fuerte, Eden. A veces hasta podía oír tus oraciones. Un día incluso sentí una lágrima tuya en mi mano. Fue una sensación muy especial. Verte con los ojos cerrados. Pero yo sabía. Sabía cuando estabas conmigo. Pregunta, nena. ¿No hay nada que quieras preguntarme?
Creo que no tengo el valor.
Pero quieres saber si vi algo más. Tuve los ojos abiertos alguna vez.
Y viste. Lo viste todo.
Sí, hija mía. Sabía que eras tú.